Welcome back to the party. It's me, your girl, BrittReacts, and today we're going to react to Leanne Morgan on competition cheer. Let's see what she has to say.
Okay, y'all, my baby child is 20 and lives in Knoxville. Okay, years ago, we wanted all these children to play sports, to keep them off of dope. And so
It's facts.
they played all this stuff, all of them did, and my baby, my husband's 6'4", I'm 5'8", we breed big kids. So she, in elementary school, was like 5'5", 5'6".
That's tall.
She was taller than all the little children and the principal and the teacher, and she hated it. But the good news is she's very athletic, very strong. So all over East Tennessee, people would call me and say, can she be the goalkeeper for our soccer team? I'll get her an iPhone.
I'll get her an iPhone. I don't know if she's supposed to tell that part. That's against the rules. I love this lady. I love her Southern accent. I love the drawl of it all. My baby child. Your baby child is 20. He's not a baby. Or she's not a baby. I relate to this breeding thing so much. I was just telling somebody about this. And I think some people, nowadays, rah-rah feminism, whatever. But, get offended by that. But my husband will tell you and anybody else that when he saw me, he immediately thought about breeding. I come from a very tall family. I've mentioned this a few times. I call them the land of giants. At 5'7", and I'm barely 5'7", okay? I had to lie on any resume I told for modeling that I was 5'8". But I stand taller, probably thanks to ballet, and I'm just lean, so I look a lot taller. But there is not a single person in my family other than myself and my female cousin that are under 5'11". My mother's 6'1", my aunt is 5'11", my grandmother's 5'11". I'm talking about my maternal side. My paternal side is also very tall. My biological father is like 6+. My brothers are all over 6 feet tall, all over like 6'3", actually. Okay. I have oddly long arms for a woman of my height. I have the wingspan of like a 6'2" man. So my arms, they fall like at my knees. I don't talk about this. It's an insecurity. And don't go looking at any pictures for proof. All right. It's the truth. And so my husband will joke all the time. When he saw me, he knew he was going to breed athletes with me. Cue our son. My daughter is from a previous relationship, but our son at 8 months was wearing 2T. He's been in 100 percentile since the day he was born. And I'm talking height, weight, head circumference, everything. And my husband is just over the moon. He said we had to name him something that would be a good ESPN name. And I want to let you all know my son has a very good ESPN name. I'm not going to tell you what it is. So I relate to this breeding thing, It just is what it is. If you want to have athletes, you have to think like that. And that's your choice. It's not discrimination. It's just a preference, if you will. All right, back to my fave.
Can she be the goalkeeper for our soccer team? I'll get her an iPhone. Yeah. Can she play basketball for us? She never played basketball. And y'all, I lived through her. And I made her do
Just being honest.
And I felt like LeBron James's mama. And so she came to me and she goes, I'm sick of this. I'm not going to do it anymore. I'm not going to play all this mess. She goes, I've decided that I want to cheer. And I said, well, baby, we're big people. And I said, we don't tumble, but I'll figure something out. Well, all over the United States, they've got this thing called competition cheer. And it's kind of like, if you don't know what that is, it's kind of like Honey Boo Boo meets the Olympics, really. It's gymnast. They're gymnasts. And there's one in Knoxville called the Sharks.
Aren't they called the Stingrays? Isn't Nashville known for their Stingray team? Stingrays is like a network at this point. They have them in Atlanta too. As a new competition cheer mom, my daughter joined in our new city, her first ever competition cheer. And I'm excited. I love it. I've even volunteered to do trunk or treat. There you go. The Honey Boo Boo thing is actually spot on. Spot on.
And they said, drop your baby off and she can try out to audition, whatever you want to call it. So I dropped her off and they ended up putting her on a bad mamma jamma team because
Bad mamma jamma, 'cause she was
all the
tall.
little children her age came up to hear on her. Mm-hmm. And somebody's got to throw them up in the air. Mm-hmm. 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 So they were thrilled with her and they treated us like royalty. But anyway, they said, you're going to come in here twice a week, learn a 2-minute routine. It's going to cost you $150 a month. I was like, okay.
Dang, that's spot
They
on.
said, there's a uniform that you're going to order, and it comes to here.
And it's going to cost
$250. Her
$250.
stomach. She's going to have a tiny skirt on with a slit in it with a glitter panty underneath it. It's $300.
Oh, close enough.
I said, that's a whore outfit.
The math is not mathing. Not enough fabric for all that money.
And it came with its own bag of whore makeup. That all the little children could look alike. And they said, y'all are going to travel to faraway lands and compete against other little whore children.
Pray for my wallet. Oh! Leanne! Leanne! She's not wrong, but dang, girl.
So we went to like Cincinnati or Atlanta. And we had to get hotel rooms and the gas and all of that. And then you drive up to a big coliseum, a huge coliseum. And there's tens of thousands of little whore children walking around. And my husband
and
said,
too much
"There's
makeup.
pedophiles here. This is the awfulest thing I've ever, something's not right." Okay, so then they said, you're going to pay $150 for your baby to be in this competition. You're going to have to pay $30
to get a band. That's the crazy part.
In this competition.
$30.
Somebody was selling corn dogs for $15. Okay. They start out with the babies, so it goes from 5 to 18 ages. So the babies come out in a tiny little skirt about the size of a napkin. And they come out to Beyonce's All the Single Ladies.
I love this woman so much. I love her.
Are in their 20s, and they're not bitter yet. And they're in the front doing every move to keep their baby on track because they're babies and they need to be at home breastfeeding. So they move up throughout the day into my baby's age, and they're the reef sharks. They call out that name, honey, for 2.5 minutes. My baby throws little children up in the air, flinging little children, broken out in a sweat, working like a Trojan. Did you see my spanks? Okay.
This lady is wild. Then go ask if somebody see her spanks in the audience. Hi, Leanne. Morgan, I love you. Can I come to dinner? Can I come to Thanksgiving?
Working like a Trojan. Did you see my spanks? Okay. All right. One of my girls said I look like Miley Cyrus in the Wrecking Ball in my spank. But anyway, so she throws these little children up. The little children she's throwing up in the air are the flyers. They call them the flyers. And they're freakishly tiny little children. I don't know where these people come from. Their mamas are freakishly tiny. I mean, I'm big people. I've got thick ankles. I can work in the fields. And the whole time she's throwing them there, these little girls are going.
I love this
Nobody
lady.
knows why. So at the end of the routine, after the 2.5 minutes, the finale, everybody hunkers down on the stage, puts their forehead on the stage, and my baby is the finale. She pops up and has a little child's foot in her hand and holds that child's foot. I would put it all the way up, but my dress is tight in the back. But anyway, she holds this little child up over her head. Are y'all listening to me? I mean, it was a big deal.
She hit the microphone.
I mean, could you hold her up over your head or vice versa? I mean, you know, it's a big deal. So anyway, everybody went nuts. But she said, after it was over, she goes, I'm tired. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm going to go back to playing. She ended up playing volleyball the rest of her childhood. But she said, I'm keeping that whore outfit. She said, I'm going to get married in it.
It costs enough. It costs enough. Volleyball is really, when I was a talent agent, we would always talk about how we needed to recruit and go to, like, you can go to high schools and, like, the volleyball team is like the most stunning team of girls. They're all tall and beautiful, like, you know, say what you will, but it's just the modeling agency. All right. I mean, industry. All right. This lady, y'all, please tell me what else I need to watch of her. I will watch her until the day I die, because there's something so relatable and so outrageously funny about her. And it doesn't help that whatever she says comes out in that twang. So it's just magnified as funny. I love her. I hope you enjoyed that as much as I do. It really hit home as a new cheer mom, because it's what's happening literally in my life right now. Just pray for my bank account and go and have the day you deserve. Love you guys. Mean it. Bye.